Talk about 2 times it's okay to get really cheap premiums or to select really cheap strike prices. And by strike prices, this is just basically saying that a lot of times when you go deep out of the money or deep in the money, you will notice the change in the cost of premiums when you're trading options. Now, the first time that it will be okay is when you are trading a stock that moves in massive increments on a day. Tesla being one of them, I talked about it a lot. Tesla moves in 7, 10, 15, sometimes even $30 in one day. And if you trade options, you know that catching those type of moves every single day, listen, that is money, okay? And Tesla is one of those stocks that moves so massively like that, that going out of the money and getting something a little bit cheaper than in the money, at the money, or deep in the money is cool, because you will still have the ability to see some profit even if you go a little bit further out with a lower delta. Second time is kind of like the first, is when you are anticipating a massive move. Now, when you are anticipating a massive move, a lot of times it could be earnings, or it just could be something you're looking to hold for an extended period of time. So you look at something like Apple, Google, Meta, they aren't moving in those massive increments that Tesla may move, but they have that potential to make massive moves over time. Let's say 4 weeks, 6 weeks, maybe even a leap where you're getting an option that expires in the next year. So if you get something that's cheap now, to say, okay, I'm anticipating a $50 move by January 2026. So you go and you pick something that's about 50, 60, $70 away from the current price of the stock. You can go and pick something a little bit cheaper because, hey, you're looking to hold it for a long time and you are anticipating this massive move. So getting this cheap option isn't a huge deal for you. Of course, you still want to plan accordingly and make sure that it is a stock that has the potential to increase by $50 at least by, let's just say, 3 months, 6 months, maybe even a year. Meta, Google, Amazon, even Tesla, the S&P 500, a lot of these stocks do have that potential because of the type of companies that they are. Now, the S&P 500 is a ETF, it's an index versus the others, which are actual companies. And they are quality companies and quality stocks that do have the ability to move by $50 over the next 6 months to a year. Okay, so these are 2 times when it is okay to get cheap premiums or just to get cheap options when you are not working with a couple of $100 to really swing your trades or to just trade in general. Keep that in mind when you are planning out your trades with a small amount of money.